High school soccer on Ticket TV is presented by Mainly Supplements, Greenway Equipment Sales, and Quirk Auto Group.
Check, check.
Number 9,
1,
a
2.
freshman Charlie Bridges. Number 10, a sophomore Christian Wood. Number 14, a freshman Cole Harriman.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Doyle Field here in Brewer. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark as we get set for some high school playoff soccer between number 3 Brewer and number 6 Edward Little. And Ernie, welcome once again to Doyle Field. Good to see you. A little chillier than the last time we were here.
Yeah, times are changing. It's almost November and we're feeling the wind. And the wind will be a factor here tonight. It's blowing from our left to our right. So the team going to the right in the first half is going to have an advantage. And it's a question of how much advantage that team takes of that offensively, and then how much the other team can keep them in check defensively, because they know they're going to get the wind advantage at their back in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see who wins the coin toss.
Well, Edward Little coming in at 8-5-1 over their last 5 games of the year. They were 3-2, finished up the season with a loss against Lewiston, but obviously nothing to hang your head above there against Lewiston. And EL making a long trip here. There was some question as to whether or not we'd play here tonight. Right now, though, we're going to get the national anthem here. Ernie, we'll get your thoughts on this matchup after the anthem here at Doyle Field.
Concession stand available at the end of the auditorium end of the complex.
All right, we are just about set for the opening kickoff. So as I was saying, Edward Little, number 6, 8-5-1 against Brewer, number 3. And Edward Little, again, the long trip. The question as to whether or not they were going to be making that trip here today. Obviously, the game was postponed from yesterday. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Red Eddies handle that.
Well, especially at the start of the game. It's cold out. They've had a long bus ride. This was a situation where you had to do everything you could to get the game in today or tonight, because Saturday's not looking good, and that's the next round. And so there are already some games being pushed up to Friday. And so if you were to ask these teams to play back-to-back because you had to postpone it today because of the wind, I suppose, you'd be playing on back-to-back days, and that's probably not a good thing. So this is the result, and it's dry. The field should be dry. We've had plenty of wind to blow off whatever rain you got around here over the last couple of days, which I don't think was a lot. Most of the rain was to the south of Bangor, and these are two teams that have played once this year and played to a 1-1 stalemate. I think you look at Class A, and Lewiston clearly the favorite, but beyond that, a lot of parity. The winner of this game gets to go to Camden, or go to Rockport, actually, to play Camden Hills. In the next round. Brewer tied Camden Hills to close out their regular season. The Witches, Witches have won 5 of their last 6. So they come into this game on a hot streak. That streak started with a win over Bangor that I believe we saw on Ticket TV a couple of weeks ago. So they're playing with a lot of momentum right now, and we'll see if they can use, well, they're actually Yeah, they are playing with their wind to their back in the first half, the Witches are. So we'll see if they can use that. And the cold nature of the Everett Little team making a long trip up here, if they can use it to advantage and get off to a fast start.
All right, we are underway here under the lights at Doyle Field. Again, that wind likely to be a factor here tonight. We also have another girls' game coming up on Ticket TV at 7 p.m. from Cameron Stadium. That one will feature the MDI Trojans and the Old Town Coyotes.
See right there, long throw-in by Brewer with the wind at the back. He moved the ball downfield, kicked out of bounds by Edward Little, and Brewer gets a chance.
Yeah, throw-in actually on the keeper. Ernie, were you able to gather the starting lineups?
Most of them.
Okay.
The keeper there is Eli St. Laurent for Brewer, and I believe Grady Van Enstein for Brewer. Grady Van Enstein for Brewer, Eli St. Laurent for Edward Little.
All right, you're going to hear.
I'm cold too.
The wind in our microphones a little bit here tonight. Good crowd here to watch this one. They have come prepared with the winter coats, the winter hats, gloves, mittens, blankets.
Actually, not a bad contingent of Edward Little fans
right.
over here to our left, considering the conditions and all.
We're making some noise. All right, throw in here by Brewer. And it's driven out of there. Oh, no. Get one of these rosters.
Yeah,
You got
this.
to talk with these schools. I mean, you just can't do this to us.
Well, plus this one here, it's hard to find the first names. You only get the first letter there, and
boy.
so I tried to write down a few of them
Yeah.
as best I could, but
Copied this off a spreadsheet. They just didn't
spread enough.
expand the column enough, so we get the first name. So we'll apologize for that right out of the gate here. We'll do the best we can with what we've been given, but they've given us the alphabetical roster, which is when you're looking down on a field and trying to track down numbers.
Yeah, it's good for somebody, I suppose, but not us.
Trying to figure out who that would be at this point.
yeah, I don't care who it is, actually.
Right. All right, team's kind of feeling out the situation here.
I think you'll see Brewer kind of try to put the ball in the air a little more to take advantage of the wind to get the ball downfield and establish offensive possession, where you'll see Everett Little going the other way, really keeping the ball on the ground and trying to possess to establish their offense that way. And so far, Brewer has been in control as we get this free kick by Ben Lord that Everett Little is able to clear toward midfield.
Just a few minutes into this one, as Ernie said, the winner gets Camden Hills in the next round. Three officials here tonight. Jay Baines in the middle of things.
Yeah, that was a play there where there was a lot of contact, and Baines waited to see if there was an advantage being gained from it, and once there was, then the call was made, and it was Edward Little that committed the foul and gained the advantage.
See, now I'm with the guys wearing the leggings here tonight. That would be me. I know that's might not be the most manly approach, but who cares? I want to be nice and warm.
Be wearing snowmobile suit, wouldn't you?
They'd let me.
Yeah.
I should have brought one here in the booth tonight.
Might reduce your speed just a little bit.
Like an icebox. I found this raincoat in my vehicle. I said, well, it's an extra layer.
Thank God you get something, yeah.
That's right.
I got so many coats in my truck now in my car that it's just a matter of finding the one I want in the pile.
There's a little break-in, cross in front, and that's going to be knocked out of there by Matthew Smith for Brewer. Getting back defensively. This one careens off a witch. Shot attempt there by Hassan, sophomore for EL. Throw in here by the Witches again with the wind at their back, and this one's knocked out of play by Monday. So we're just going to be able to give you last names, unfortunately, here for EL for the most part. Brady Saunders. So Braden Carr could have read Eddie down, but kicked into the wind.
The Eddies in a defensive mode there, just getting numbers back and clogging it up so Brewer can't get some clear shots.
High school soccer on Ticket TV, brought to you by Mainly Supplements. Mainly Supplements located at 109 Bangor Mall Boulevard, right next to Hannaford, and at mainlysupplements.com. .35 on the clock here at Doyle Field. You were at a game last night, also a Class A matchup between Bangor and Brunswick.
Yeah, it was interesting in that game that Bangor essentially deferred the wind at their back into the second half, thinking that the wind was going to get worse, and Brunswick was fairly happy that they were able to get the wind at their back in the first half. They wound up jumping out to a 3-0 lead, and basically the second half was a stalemate until the final minute and a half, and Brunswick got an insurance goal to move on to play Lewiston.
Here's a break in for Brewer. What a save there by St. Laurent as he came out, and now the Witches try to get the rebound to go, but that is high off the foot there of Andrew Hodgins. And what a play there, an aggressive play by St. Laurent.
Yeah, you can see, well, that's after the play there, but again, Brewer able to change field position rather quickly with the wind at their back, so to speak, and Joshua Snyder got down there and had the breakaway, and St. Laurent, as you said, came out and challenged and was able to knock the ball away. Tremendous save there to keep Brewer off the scoreboard, but evidence of Brewer's offensive potential, particularly here in the first half.
Headed by Joshua Hoare. Now EL takes over near midfield. Some of the leaves from the trees collecting on Doyle Field across the way. And here come the Red Eddies, and Bananastein with the save.
Good response there by the Red Eddies. Trying to see the number. I'd like to identify that shooter there. It was a pretty good effort on his part from a sharp angle.
Now, heading over towards the benches. EL couldn't collect, so Witches will throw it in. Another long throw in, and to race to the ball. It's going to be won by the keeper for EL, St. Laurent.
That's good awareness on his part because, again, a long throw.
Braden Carr was
trying to chase it down. Yeah, Carr trying to chase it down, just a little bit too strong for him to reach before the alert St. Laurent could get out to it and corral it.
Brady Saunders can't get to it for Brewer. Thompson had it briefly. Now this one is cleared out of there by the Witches. Bodied at midfield by Sampson for EL. Wow. Shot a one-hopper, easily handled by St. Laurent. Had a little juice in it off the foot there. A Witch player.
And that's going to be a tactic to try to send balls in and try to chase them down. But you've got to kind of control it a little bit too. Rein it in. Don't let the wind just completely dominate where the ball is going so that one of your forwards can get to it before St. Laurent gets it inside the penalty area. That was Jack Thompson, number 8, on that shot on goal for Edward Little a few moments ago, just to the right, or actually to the left of Grady Vanenstein.
Sneak one in inside that right post. Here's Colby Smith down the right side, turning on the Jets. Met by a couple of Red Eddies. Brady Saunders heads it ahead. And now a battle near the end line. That's going to go off EL.
See how difficult it is to clear sometimes the ball, right, particularly in the course of action. The goalie has a better chance because he's not being contested. But in that case, Little got the ball but just couldn't get it out of the zone.
And here's a shot from Gilpatrick. Just outside the box, and this one travels across the end line and get another corner here for the Witches. Andrew Hodgins doing the honors. About 10 minutes into this one. Witches keeping it alive in the offensive end. Finally, EL sends it to midfield. Hoare is back, and it gets past him, and chasing it in is Levine. Levine with a shot, and that's going to sail high and wide to the right. Pretty good rush there by EL and Levine from long range.
That's one of the dangers you always face when you have that kind of advantage that Brewer has early on territorially, is that the counterattack can happen pretty quickly because there aren't many numbers back there when Brewer's pressing the attack.
Bannastein slipping down after kicking that one out to near the 40-yard line. And here's another shot, and that is in! A goal for EL from about 30 yards out. And the Red Eddies on the road have a 1-0 lead here against Brewer at the 29:04 mark.
Yeah, Edward Little maintained the ball out near midfield where they could do some damage with it. And there is number 7 for Edward Little with a blast, high blast, just under the crossbar.
29:04.
And that's
Number 7,
Mohamed Adow.
Number 7 in the...
Bubar's got the good roster. I want the good roster.
There you go.
We can share it.
And that was Thompson, who earlier had a nice shot. He was the setup guy on that, the assist pass ahead to Endow for the goal. And as you mentioned, Edward Little gets out to the early lead on the counterattack.
And hers is in numerical order.
Wow.
I mean,
Well,
she's
so where'd
got
you
it
get
all.
this?
Well, it was sent to me.
Okay.
I asked.
Oh, radio sabotage, maybe. Or
No, this person wouldn't do it.
It
Unless EL was trying to sabotage. Are you all set, Becky? Are you good? Okay, look at her. She comes prepared. All right, that'll help greatly. All right, so EL. Yeah, that was a blast. There were 3 or 4 Brewer players around Adow, but they gave him a little too much room.
Boy, that was
challenge.
That was almost a perfect shot, though, just under the crossbar and just out of the reach of Van Edestein as it snuck into that upper left corner of the goal as we look at it.
All right, which is looking to strike back, but right now it's in the offensive end, and there's a shot in on Bananastein. That one hooking in of Jack Thompson.
Yeah, you just get shots off, put pressure on, see what happens.
Coach for EL, Max Thompson, assisted by Chris Albert. Which is on the move. That one goes across the end line, I believe. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you by Quirk Auto Group. Visit a Quirk Auto Group dealership in Bangor, Belfast, Augusta, or Portland, or at quirkauto.com. And here's the corner, and that one's going to sail up over the net. Not exactly what Josh Schneider wanted to execute right there, but that wind pushing it towards the net. See some Brewer players over behind the bench over there trying to stay loose in case they're called upon. That one off the foot of number 24, Joe Martell, sophomore. And this one sails out of the way.
I'm going to have to go stretch in a minute or two. You ready for that?
Well,
Final 20 minutes of the first half.
it's about 26 minutes left. That one's loose in front, and the Witches cannot convert. And they're looking for a handball. Let's see what the end result is here.
Looks like it's...
Well, gonna get a corner, I guess, for
ball out
Witches.
over the end line, off Yeah, with little as I guess they were able to clear it there because Brewer had a couple of people right there ready to direct that ball toward the goal. So good defense there by the Red Eddies.
One kind of sails a little too far there off the foot of Schneider. Witches regrouping, send it in on St. Laurent.
St. Laurent, just a sophomore in goal, but he's been very active here in the first 25 minutes of play.
Mohamed Adow with the only goal in the game to this point. 4 minutes ago on the clock, and now we're going to get some changes here for the Witches as Schneider will check out. Pablo Garcia, the junior, coming in for Brewer. There's one other change. Andrew Hodgins out of the game for the Witches. I believe checking in it's Charles Bridges, a freshman.
Yeah, Brewer's got healthy numbers. I was counting their varsity and JV roster, and there's a little bit of an overlap, but more than 30 players out there.
This one slips by. Cade McKinney, a freshman, tried to get to it, but EL beating him to the punch. Good job getting back there by Chudo Monday. A long throw in there by the Witches. EL trying to break it out, briefly stopped by Saunders. And a Dow is cut off at the pass there by Brady Saunders, but it's quickly taken back by EL. Haven't really seen a lot of slippage here tonight.
Yeah, I think the field itself is dry. I mean, it's very dry because the wind was able to take all the moisture out of it. So, and I know it was in good shape before the game, even though it's been through a full slate of football games.
This brisk wind giveth and it taketh away. And the EL fans not happy with the call right there. Jay Baines explaining it to a Dow.
Yeah, you don't win those arguments very often, but you can give it a shot.
Yeah. Senior Ben Lord drives it ahead. That's one of those little flick headers, at least the attempt there by Garcia. Catch it off the back of the noggin and send it forward. Closing in on the halfway mark here in this first half. 1-0 EL.
Yeah, I don't think Everett actually minds playing a defensive style of game with the lead here as Brewer centers it and
the Witches
scores
are on the board. Pressure there from Brewer, and it trickles across the goal line into the net. Let's take another look at it here in our Greenway replay.
Ball was centered in, gets past, and I'm not sure if it went in off a Red Eddy or a Brewer Witch, but Judd Gilpatrick was the one who kicked it in, I believe, from just to the left of the goal.
Caden McKinney, number 17, was in front there for Brewer.
We'll have to check on that. That was a cluster of about 5 people right in front of the goal. I think it might have gone in off a Red Eddy, to be honest with you.
St. Laurent came out once he got past him. Certainly opened things up for the Witches, and they cash in to make it a 1-1 score. High school soccer here on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by First National Bank. Dream first because you can. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And that corner kick sails past the net and across the end line. What's the time of that second goal?
22:13 left in the first half.
So dial the goal for EL. We'll have to the final determination on that Brewer goal to make it 1-1.
It did look like they were, Gilpatrick's teammates were congratulating him. Certainly it was a nice ball into the area, and it's just a question of whether it went in off one of his teammates or opponents.
Well, speaking of Jed, he takes a hit near the touchline on the near side, but quickly bounces back to his feet. Colby Smith is going to give way to Ben Lord. Lord's going to tee it up. Pablo Garcia getting physical in front of the goal there, and oh, that is left loose in front. And the Witches.
Might have been offsides there in the crease. May have been a Brewer player behind or in front of the ball after St. Laurent couldn't control it. Looks like St. Laurent may be banged up just a little bit there. He's walking, holding his right hip.
I heard one of the EL fans yell out, "Protect the keeper."
When you get the ball in there like that, it's generally a free for all. I mean, he has allowed some protection, no doubt, but both teams have a right to the ball until it's controlled.
All right, under 20 minutes left. Gust of wind. Earlier, we're about 500,000 people in Massachusetts without power. They had gusts up to close to 100 miles per hour.
Mine blinked this afternoon 3 or 4 times, and I was waiting for it to blink again and not return, but it came back, so I was very happy.
I'm sure those people in Massachusetts are ecstatic.
Oh, they got
fortune.
They got a ton of rain and a ton of wind, and they got a lot more than we did. They said the storm was kind of from Bangor south, so we were just on the line, and I think for the most part we were on the 4-2 side of the line. I don't know if there's been any power outages up this way or not, but certainly the wind is blowing hard enough up here for that, even though it maybe hasn't happened.
So we've got one of our cameras, which we'll have to work on. We get a moment here, and there's a shot in front of Dow, close range, but it's blocked by Van Anestein and cleared out by the Witches. Wow, Dow, a golden opportunity there. Basically one-on-one with the keeper, Van Anestein.
Number 9 to that was Thompson that tipped it ahead one time to a Dow who one-timed it himself, and didn't have a lot of time. There was another Brewer defender there, but kicked it right at Van Anestein, who was alert to make the save.
One score on a chilly and blustery night here in Brewer. That one's sent in front, and that's going to be cleared out of there over the end line, so we'll get another corner here for the Witches. It's like Garcia be the man.
5th corner kick for the Witches already, none yet for Edwin Little.
And that one sent in low. Colby Smith got his foot on it, but deflected across the end line. So we'll get another corner kick here for the Witches.
Change of kickers here is number 19, Ashton Reardon.
Witches send it back. Now it's taken by EL. That one sneaks past the Witches, but collected there by Ben Lord. Thompson, as EL looks to set something up here. These two teams playing back on September 28th. 1-1 tie.
A long time ago, it was probably 75 degrees and sunny and just a wonderful day.
Yeah. These days will be few and far between here for 5 months or so. And so we got some chatting between some of the players out there. Got some coaches in the stands as well.
Yeah, they're willing to do it for free.
No charge.
No stipend there.
It's going to date me, but you remember Dick Stacy.
Oh, I do.
Oh, that went off the top of the net. No charge.
Yep, no charge. These hands are gassy.
That's right. High school sports on Ticket TV brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth and at greenwayequipment.com.
Dick Stacy, whose business was right up the road here,
Yeah.
just got inducted into some sort of Country Hall of Fame
Is that right?
this summer. Yeah, I think he was back.
That was his real claim to fame, his country music show.
Yeah, absolutely. It was Frankenstein's first,
Yep.
sponsored by Frankenstein's. It was a business in Millbridge,
Yep.
and then
All right, I'm starting to feel sad now.
Stacy's took it over, and
We are dating ourselves.
the world has never been the same. Well, the people don't know what they missed. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Well, there's a few out there who know exactly what we're talking
Yes, they are. A couple of the performers are still kicking around.
Somebody lost their cleat out there. Might have been Andrew Hodgins. He's got it back on.
That's something you don't want to lose in this sport, because feet get stepped on quite a bit accidentally in the course of play. You know, a night like tonight, it's not good.
Lord. And that's going to go off. Brewer. Throw in here by EL. Hodgins. He's usually very active. Haven't mentioned his name much here tonight, but
Yeah,
the smallest players on the field, but tell you what, he doesn't give any ground to anybody.
No, he and Ben Lord are two of the more active players I've seen this year, just in terms of the energy that they use during the course of a match.
And a half minutes left to go in this first half. Dow couldn't get past that back line of the Witches. Hoare up ahead, Colby Smith, and that one's going to go off the Red Eddies.
That's a good ball to the corner there by Braden Carr, which is going to get the throw in. So now they've got position there. Can set up throw in. It's essentially a corner kick from the right, deep on the right wing. I don't see anybody getting ready to throw though for Brewer now. Ben Lord will come over, number 5, one of the captains for the Witches. St. Laurent there to make the grab of the throw into the near post. Sometimes you have to maybe lob those up just a little higher to give your teammates a chance to get ahead on it.
Red Eddies looking to regain that 1-goal lead. Thompson, a nice lead, and now across in front, and it's sent into the net. What a play there by the Red Eddies, as 3 Edward Little players combine for a nifty goal there, and Edward Little does indeed get that 1-goal lead back. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, there's counterattack here. There's Thompson, 8, sending it into number 11, who had a shot but decided to pass inside. And is that a Dow? That it sure is. Number 7, I believe. Dow with his second goal of the match, and boy, pretty unselfish play there by EL. I thought 11. I'm looking for his name there. Akai.
Senior Shaheen Akal with the
Akai, looks like EKAI, who had a shot there to the left of the goal, but passed it up, centered it to Dow, and Dow wasted no time in tucking that into the lower right corner of the goal. And the Red Eddies have their first lead.
second lead.
Second lead, excuse me, yeah. Led 1-0 in, now 2-1.
Well, now it's the Witches' turn to try to get this game even once again. There's a Dow again. Crosses over and can't get that shot off cleanly. Schneider regrouping. Saunders in the middle of the field. Now Colby Smith. Up to Schneider. Battling a couple of Red Eddies. He'll send it back, and Witches will try to reset, but there's a Dow again in the middle of things. Schneider almost tripped up.
You see a little getting more aggressive defensively, even out in the midfield. They had been somewhat content to lay back early on, but now they're
nice
coming
pass
out.
there by Carr to the right. Smith sends it in front, and it's going to be cleared out of there by EL. Which is also with a good-looking start to that play. Just couldn't quite get the finish.
Yeah, EL getting back on defense very quickly, but good possession by the Witches to create that opportunity. And now they're going to get to throw in from deep along the right wing. That's Ben Lord doing the honors.
Lord. Offer to Carr, and then Lord frustrated as that ball ends up across the end line. High school soccer on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer. Twin City Tire and Service for all of your snow tire and car care needs. Just another throw in. Lord, one of the captains for Brewer, is actually going to check out, and Christian Wood, a sophomore, coming in for Lord. Headed by EL Dow in a battle here with Saunders, and Dow a little too physical there. So Wood with the free kick about 40 yards away from the goal. Sends it in the middle of the field. Headed out of there by EL. Dow collects it, dribbles it ahead to midfield, waiting for some of his teammates, kind of looks behind. Where are you guys? Thompson. Colby Smith, another one of the captains for the Witches, defending him. And that's lost by EL off the foot of Isak. Christian Wood throws it in. Carr couldn't get a piece of it. Now Wood sends it back in Carr's vicinity. Here's Colby Smith, and EL able to defend that. Oh, good cross in front there by Schneider. And I think it was Kyle Hoare. Couldn't quite get that one on net, and that one sent towards the net and kept out of there by St. Laurent.
Yeah, it came out to cut off the angle. Shots unofficially 6 for Edward Little and 5 for Brewer so far. It does seem like a pretty even match, as Brewer's going to get their 7th corner kick here of the first half. And it right to Braden Carr for the goal off the corner kick. Perfect corner kick to the far post, and Carr charging in. One-time header, no time for St. Laurent to react, and we are back in a tie as we get ready to watch the replay. There's the left-footed, right-footed kick, and it's right between St. Laurent's arms there.
Wow.
I think that was Hodgins on the direct kick.
Just like they drew
On
it
the
up.
corner kick, absolutely. It was Hodgins on the corner kick.
And you gotta love the emotion in that celebration after the goal there by Carr. Yeah, you couldn't diagram that one any better.
And there were really no other players in the area, so usually there's a crowd in front of the net, but Hodgins got the ball, the corner kick, beyond the crowd toward the near post, and it was just Braden Carr charging in, and it was him, the ball, and St. Laurent, and St. Laurent didn't have time to react as the ball went between his arms and into the center of the net.
So back and forth we go, 2-2 our score here in this match. Which is number 3, got a bye. Here comes EL again. That one in on Bananestein off his hands and cleared out of there. I think it was Christian Wood. Yeah, that ball was loose in front. Wood drove it towards the scoreboard across the way.
This is my kind of soccer match right here. Up and down the field we go, and both teams getting their opportunities.
And here comes the corner from EL, and this one is snared by Bananestein. That was the case with St. Laurent. It got past him, and as you said, nobody there on the backside, and Carr, I should say, with the goal for Brewer. Wood sends it in front. Hodgins tries to keep it alive, and now it's sent across the near touchline.
Brady Saunders with a long kick there over the goal to give Edward a little possession there.
By the way, great call on that play-by-play there, Ernie. I was busy working with our director, Max Pottle, behind you.
Well,
you came through in the clutch.
I'll be expecting some sort of bonus.
Goal! A Dow, first and second goal for EL. Slips down.
Pretty good defense by Josh Hoare there.
And jumping up to collect that one is Bananestein. Thompson was right there on the doorstep. This time with the wind at his back, sends it well beyond midfield. Carr to Schneider. Schneider tries to get it back to Carr, and it's sent out of play by EL. Stay tuned for the Mainly Supplements halftime show. We'll feature the Herman Motor Company halftime highlights. Down to the final 3:50 here in this first half, 2-2 match. Thompson, nice little piece of footwork there. And Cal cannot connect with Thompson. Christian Wood splits the defense there with his throw-in. Carr can't get to it. Now it's Thompson, and he's going to send it over into the Brewer bench.
Yeah, tried to change field, but just couldn't locate one of his teammates, so Brewer gets the ball back on the other side.
Three minutes left to go here in the first.
Yeah, there's going to be a push called on Edward Little, and Brewer's going to have a chance here from about, the 17-yard line plus 10 for the end zone, about 27 yards. This can be a dangerous play.
Andrew Hodgins has it lined up, looks back to the Brewer bench. Brewer coached by Ben Poland, assisted by Phil Termel. And that one sails wide of the net. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Coastal Auto Parts. Coastal Auto Parts, the owners of your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores. Dow. Defended there by Reardon for Brewer. Oh, Schneider has some room here.
And couldn't quite control.
Yep.
Nice one time by, I think it was Braden Carr at midfield to redirect that towards Schneider. Fast break opportunity there of sorts.
Now he's certainly been in the middle of things for EL. Good defense there by Brady Saunders.
Yeah, Dow and Thompson behind him in the middle of the field have been a pretty potent 1-2 punch for that squad.
Carr drives one in deep. Hodgins gets there, but it's off his leg. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Dean's Detailing. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, enjoy the ride. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Witches have not led in this game. They've had to respond twice. And we're down to 45 seconds. Patrick with the header. Now EL gets it back. Here's a Dow leading the way. Dribbles in, gets past the Brewer defender. Now he tries to get his toe on it and just misses. Wide left, just barely. So a sigh of relief for Brewer fans.
Going for the natural hat trick there. He's so dangerous out in open space. And he's willing to kick the ball fairly far out in front of him and go get it, beat the defender to the ball in those cases.
5
seconds left.
3,
and
2,
that's going to be
1.
the end of the first half, and a very competitive first half. Very entertaining first half in this 3-6 matchup between the Brewer Witches and the Edward Little Red Eddies here at Doyle Field. Ernie, first half thoughts?
Yeah, it really has been an entertaining match. A lot of back and forth activity, and it's all good possessions for the most part too. And both teams able to capitalize on some fine playmaking there. And we're at 2-2. No surprise they played to a 1-1 tie during the regular season. But this game, the wind is a factor certainly. But this game is both teams seemingly having it going and showing off the offensive weapons that they have. It's a test for both of these goalies because both teams have multiple players capable of creating offensive opportunities in a split second.
Fun first half. We're looking for more in the second half as well. But first, we got to get to the Mainly Supplements halftime show. We'll do that right after this timeout. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
It's always a beautiful day in this neighborhood. The Neighborhood Early Childhood Center in Bangor for kids 6 weeks to 5 years old is where children of all backgrounds and abilities can learn, explore, socialize, and play. It's the next best thing to being home. They even provide 2 snacks daily. If you want your child to flourish, visit theneighborhoodecc.com or call 990-1452. The Neighborhood Early Childhood Center, 333 Hammond Street, Bangor.
There's no place like home except the neighborhood.
We want your business.
Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Twin City Tire does all kinds of mechanical repair. We're a team of local professionals who know how to get it right the first time. We offer loaner cars and free shuttle service. Hang out in our comfortable waiting area where there's free Wi-Fi. At Twin City Tire, we may fix cars and trucks, but our real business is helping people get back on the road. Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Come to Twin City Tire. Remember,
We want your business.
The day begins in darkness. Time does not define me. It drives me to keep roads, schools, and storefronts open, making sure our town is open by daybreak and our livelihoods are open for business.
It's your boss. Find it at Quirk.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast. Because when it comes to serving you, our motor never quits.
We are back here at Doyle Field. Ernie Clark with some auto parts insight there.
I was getting cocky after I called the goal there. I was calling advertising.
Getting carried away.
Yeah, indeed.
Back in your spot there, young man. All right, look at the Brewer huddle here at the half. It is time for the Mainly Supplements halftime show. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, along with our Ticket TV crew, Max Pottle directing the show on this chilly night here at Doyle Field, as the Witches and the Red 80s playing even through the first 40 minutes. Let's take a look at the first half highlights, and it would be Edward Little getting on the board first in this one.
Pass ahead from Thompson, number 8, to Adow, number 7, and just lofts a shot from about 20 yards, 25 yards, just over the top of Grady Van Enstein. Not much he could do about that. Pretty good play there by Adow. But Brewer responds. Jed Gilpatrick centers it in, and it's just awful hard to see. It almost looks like it went off the back of the foot of number 17 for Edward Little.
Yeah.
And if that would be the case, then I guess Gilpatrick get credit for the goal. Thompson to Akal. Extra pass there to Adow. Soft left footer into the right corner of the goal to give Edward Little a 2-1 lead. But Brewer wasn't done yet. Corner kick by Andrew Hodgins. And there is Braden Carr on the back line beating a couple of defenders. The ball curled in to prevent him from going off sides. And he was able to head that in, and before the defense or the Edward Little goalie could react. That was with just over 7 minutes left in the first half, and here we are tied at 2-2 at the break.
All right, and our halftime highlights brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Herman Motor Company has something for everyone. 2512 U.S. Route 2 in Herman. All right, we'll take another break here in the Mainly Supplements halftime show. More of the halftime report up next. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
The Dream First Community Debit Card. When you shop local, use your Dream First Community Debit Card and we'll donate to a local food bank. You'll be supporting the businesses that help make our communities the beautiful and unique places we call home, while also helping end food insecurity right here where we live. When you shop local, we give local. That's simple. The Dream First Community Debit Card, only from the First National Bank. Learn more at dreamfirstcommunity.com.
Have you heard? People are raving about Bombshell Beauty and Spa in Brewer. Open Monday through Saturday and by appointment on Sunday. Let their talented team of 12 spoil you with all your favorite services, including lash extensions, tinting, and lamination, as well as microblading, massage therapy, and body scrubs. They even have their own in-house licensed nurse who specializes in Botox, filler, medifacials, skin peels, and their famous lip flip. Bombshell Beauty and Spa. Come check out their new location, 3 doors down from their old location. Call to book 989-6139.
Whether you want to get back to work, back to sports, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help you achieve your goals. With a new location in Bangor, County Physical Therapy brings a 30-year history of high performance, outcome-based rehab to the Great Skates Plaza at 82 Sylvan Road. And with priority scheduling, you get seen in days, not weeks. Remember, it's your choice. Make the best choice. County Physical Therapy, now in Bangor. Call them today at 401-4324 or visit them online at countypt.com.
Oh, Christ.
We are back here at Doyle Field. Jim Churchill along with Ernie Clark. High school soccer here on Ticket TV. 2-2 is our score at the half. This is the Mainly Supplements halftime show, and let's take a look at the school profiles, and we'll start with Edward Little High School down there in Auburn. Ernie.
Yeah, one of the larger schools in the state at 1,040. There's only a handful of schools now in Maine with over 1,000 students, but EL is one of them. Scott Anair is the principal, Todd Sampson, the athletic director, and superintendent of schools, Cornelia Brown.
All right, and now for Brewer High School.
742 is the enrollment here in Brewer. Brent Slowakowski, the principal, Dave Utterback, the athletic director, and Greg Palmer, the superintendent of schools.
And now let's take a look at the this side of the bracket where Edward Little and Brewer are residing, and as you mentioned, looming for the winner of this game, Camden Hills.
Yeah, it's a pretty balanced bracket here when you think about it. Brewer and Edward Little, I mean, you think of a 3-6 matchup. These teams tied during the regular season. You've seen what they've done here during the first half of this playoff game. That's a pretty even matchup. That could be 4-5 just as easily as it's 3-6. Camden Hills with a 1-0 win over Mount Ararat in the 2-7 matchup. So we've got some tight games here. Edward Little advanced with the 5-2 win over Oxford Hills in the preliminary round. Brewer, one of 4 teams to get a bye in Class A North, along with Lewiston, Camden Hills, and Bangor.
All right, we are going to take another quick time out here. Before we do that, I want to remind you, high school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you by Down East Toyota in Brewer. All roads lead to Down East. We'll get a break in here. We'll be back with second half action. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
The better a product is made, the longer it will last. That's why buying a high-quality, low-mileage Toyota is a smart move. At Down East Toyota, we're now a Toyota-certified used vehicle dealer. This tag gives you peace of mind with Toyota warranties, 1 year of roadside assistance, a Carfax history report, and a detailed 160-point inspection. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates on Toyota-certified used vehicles from Toyota Financial Services. All roads lead to Down East, where the best new cars make the best used cars.
Nothing runs like it here.
Whether you have a lawn to mow, a driveway to plow, or a garden to till, our customers know you can't beat the quality and reliability of a John Deere.
And right now at Greenway Equipment Sales, we have a great offer for you.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 72 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
In the blink of an eye, dress up becomes curtain call. We don't want you to miss a thing. For personal professional service and a selection of styles like no other, bring your prescription to Mainly Eyes inside Bangor Mall. You'll see the difference at Mainly Eyes.
We are back here at Doyle Field. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark. Great to have you with us here on Ticket TV. Tell you what, Ernie, this is a good night for people to be sitting back and watching this match on Ticket TV. Much more comfortable, probably, than we are standing here in the press box at Doyle Field.
And I totally respect everybody who's here watching the game tonight.
Kudos to them.
True fans, but there is a comfort level to be had sitting on the couch watching the live stream of this as well.
All right, going to get the kickoff here in the second half. We're going to check in on the program histories for these two programs here real soon. And it's going to be Brewer working against the wind. Now, I must say, other than the throw-ins, which certainly throw-ins benefited, the Brewer throw-ins benefited from the breeze, working from left to right as we look down on Doyle Field here. Other than that, didn't really see a lot of effect.
I think no. I mean, in terms of the goals, not, but certainly Brewers throw-ins and corner kicks benefited from some extra juice to the point where they could create some dangerous situations.
Oh, right out of the gate here! Oh, what a save there by Bananastein. Got a piece of the first attempt, and then it went out in front. I think that was Thompson. who had a lot of open net there, but Venetistein with a tremendous save to keep this game knotted at 2.
Yeah, 22 with the kick in that Venetistein couldn't handle, tipped it right out to, I believe it was Thompson. He kicked it, and actually Venetistein had to kind of reach back with his right arm. The ball was behind his body, but he was able to reach back with his right arm and make that save. That's a huge play and certainly a momentum saver for the Witches. You don't want to give up a goal in the first minute of the second half, particularly with the wind situation the way it is and the potential that it might provide here as we go on.
Just underway here in half number 2. Let's quickly take a look at the program history here for EL.
Yeah, last year kind of doesn't count. That was a season unlike any other with regionalization and whatnot. But they have been a constantly solid program. It may not be reflected in those records. They've hovered around 500 the last 3 years. This year a little bit better now at I believe 9-5-1 after the playoff win. But they're a team that contends. They kind of play second fiddle in their area to Lewiston's juggernaut here over the last 8 to 10 years. But always a competitive program.
And that one sent in front. Witches could not connect there. Now in the corner, deep in the corner, Hodgins taps it out to Gilpatrick. And Saunders will send it through the uprights.
Field goal is good.
And now let's take a look at the Brewer Witches program history.
Yeah, you look at the 2021 record, I believe, is 9-4-2 or something to that effect. But they've come on strong. In 3 of the last 4 years, they've really done a nice job record-wise and advancing the program. This program was a second fiddle to Bangor for a lot of years, and now they have narrowed that gap. Certainly split with the Rams this year during the season, and they have come on to be a solid program under Ben Poland.
Yeah, I think we were off just by about a year there.
Yeah, yeah.
You get the picture.
Indeed. Now they've been very successful here lately.
All right, Carr, and coming out is St. Laurent, and he goes tumbling to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if there was any contact or not, but there's a
jawing.
There's going to be a card here.
Oh wow!
It goes to.
Yeah, and St. Laurent, and credit to them, and he was trying to cool bring the temperature down there as a couple of EL players were getting after Carr, and
Simon Hall, number 15, picked up the yellow card and heads to the bench for 10 minutes.
So while Carr and St. Laurent were shaking hands, the yellow card came out. And now,
I mean, there was contact there, actually, but again, it's the degree of contact and the response to the contact. This is not a non-contact sport necessarily. And
so Jay Baines explaining things to Max Thompson, the EL coach.
And he's not complaining either, by the way, the EL coach.
Talking with the player for EL, Simon Hall. All right, so the clock stopped at 36:37 here at Doyle.
So they are down a player for the next 10 minutes. It'll be 10 on 9 in the field and 11 on 10 counting the goalies. Not sure what we're waiting on here, but going to have a restart here, and St. Laurent gets possession to start it off with Brewer the man advantage now.
Goes sailing out of play. Reardon throw, and it's hit out of bounds. that one in.
That was a dangerous play there for Brewer. A nice effort there. It was a throw-in by number 19 for the Witches, Ashton Reardon. And there was a Brewer player cutting to the goal, but couldn't quite get ahead on it. He had a defender to his side.
Carr pushes it right to Colby Smith up the sideline. Schneider back towards the middle of the field. This one rolls in on St. Laurent. He scoops it up easily.
Pretty good ball movement there by Brewer. Just wasn't able to get enough on that shot.
And we're going to get a free kick here for the Witches. Approaching the 35-minute mark here in half number 2. Lord sends it towards the net, and leaping up and latching onto that one is St. Laurent.
Yeah, that was ticketed toward that upper left corner there, but
good effort by Lord.
Good jumping like that vertical.
Reardon throws it in for Brewer into that wind, headed out of play. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Northeast Driving School, located at 360 Harlow Street in Bangor. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for courses at northeastdrivingschool.com. Which is with the man advantage. Step in there by Lord, and not sure what that maneuver is called, but it looked pretty fancy.
Lost a little control there at the end. And Brewer maintains possession.
So EL just trying to stave off the Witches here with the advantage for Brewer. Kill some time and regroup. Well, now it's EL on the move as the field tilts the other way. And Adow, who has the 2 goals for EL, will give way here. Throw in towards Van Anestein. Steps out to make the easy play. Now rolls it ahead to Hodgins. Hodgins with a lot of green in front of him. Sets things in motion, but it's going to be taken away by EL and Bashir. Schneider. Nice lead there for Smith. And use of the body there by EL to keep Colby from that ball. Number 22, Campbell Cassidy.
Yeah, I think everybody who was watching the stream saw that push, and Jay Baines did as well. 2 hands to the back to try to get to the ball, and referee and player have a chat about it. I don't think he needs to tell him it's illegal.
Right. The Yale fans that did show up here, at least about 50% of them, they are into this one. Right now they think the world's against them. Here's Adow, and he can't get past 3 different Witches there. Throw in by Bashir. Comes into Shakri Hassan, and one across the touch line. Yeah, they've been up in arms down here, Ernie. Cassidy and Van Anestein back to work. Now we got 4 goals in the game, but overall you got to like the play by the keepers for both sides.
Yeah, you think about the goals that have been scored, and there's not much the keepers could do about
Oh.
Pretty much any of them.
There's a tackle by Campbell Cassidy, the junior forward. Took out Hodgins. No harm, no foul there.
And no complaining.
No.
Just play on.
That's right. It's going to go off Carr.
3.5 minutes left on the advantage. Man advantage for Brewer. 36-37 was when Hall went off, and so he'll come back at 26-37.
So 10 minutes into this second half. Good battle there. Hodgins comes away with it. Can't connect with Carr. Now EL turns it back the other way, but stepping into the fray is Lord. Here's Smith up ahead to Carr, off his legs. Schneider over in front of the EL bench, sends it towards the middle of the field. Things looking good right here for the Witches. There's Gilpatrick driving one up over the net. Good setup there. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you by the Neighborhood Early Childhood Center in Bangor. For ages 6 months to 5 years old. It's a great place for kids to learn, socialize, and play. There's Hodgins. Now it's Carr. So we get back to Reardon, middle of the field. Saunders throws it right to Lord, and almost picking that one off was Isak. Liban Isak. Ben Lord trying to get it into Schneider, but it's knocked out of play. Now Lord goes deeper. Reardon gets it between the legs of a Red Eddie, but Red Eddie's clear it out of there, and Lord retreats close to the Brewer bench, and that one goes across the touchline, and he'll throw it back in. Across the touchline. Want to remind you on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket, weekdays from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. It is the morning line. Catch you on your drive to work, and then on your drive home, it is the drive from 4 to 6. I had a little mishap today, Ernie. I got my Barry Manilow.
I heard some of that.
Mixed up with my.
I heard some of that. I put it this way: I agreed with you that they are similar performers and both crooners.
Yes.
But yeah, there's. I thought I was going to suggest. I know they're about of the same age, but Neil Diamond to me was more of a '70s guy, and Barry Manilow was more of an '80s guy in terms of when they had their fame. Not that I paid that much attention to either one of them. Although I did have one. I had a Neil Diamond live album.
Oh wow!
Back in the day, I think I probably still have it. Haven't listened to it in a while.
High arcing kick in, and like Van Estine called for the fair catch there. He makes the catch, and
kind of got turned off when I started hearing "Sweet Carolina" 162 times a year.
Wow, it's not just 81 times a year at Fenway Park.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It is everywhere.
I'm with Bob Ryan on that. I got no interest in that whole thing at all.
Now, the one thing, if you go to Fenway, and again,
like they're doing Adele. They were doing Adele last week, for crying out loud. That's not like it's great music, but it's not baseball music. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack, for crying out loud.
But if you go to Fenway, the camaraderie, the bonding of the fans, Ernie.
I don't want to bond over Sweet Carolina. Sorry.
Max has been there. You went to Fenway this summer, right?
You don't have a pink baseball hat, do you?
Good. The fans were on their feet, swaying together.
I thought Fenway folks were beyond like things like the Wave and Sweet Carolina and stuff like that.
We don't have hankies, and we don't have to be told when to cheer like other places.
I saw the Wave last week. I saw, Heard Sweet Caroline way too many times again. Thank God they don't do it after every pitching change. That's all I can say about that.
High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you by County Physical Therapy. They bring over 30 years of experience from the county to the greater Bangor area. County Physical Therapy, 82 Sylvan Road in Bangor.
Yeah, we're a little back at full strength now. And see if it was Hall that came back in. I guess, I believe it is. I think I see him out there. But they are back at, it's 11 on 11 again. A couple of blonde kids out there, and he's one of them.
15, right?
Yeah, I know. Maybe he's not out there.
I think he is.
You think he is?
I don't think
I think he's standing behind the bench over there, yeah.
Oh, that one in front and cleared back to Saunders. Protects the ball, gets it back to Reardon. Now Lord. Left foots it to Reardon, and it careens out of play off of a Dow. High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you in part by Midcoast Denture Design, because everyone deserves an awesome smile. It's Midcoast Denture Design.
We had quite the explosiveness here in the second half as we did in the first half, when there were so many opportunities by both teams to score. That settled down a little bit, and the defensive have risen to the occasion.
That's probably the reason why we were talking about Barry Manilow and Neil.
Could be.
Well, really looking forward to University of Maine basketball coming to Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket. Black Bear basketball gets their seasons underway, both on the women's and men's side, on November 9th. We'll have a doubleheader in the morning at 11 a.m., 10:30 broadcast time. It's the Maine women taking on Nebraska, and then at night on the 9th, 7:30 pregame show, 8 o'clock tip-off, the Maine men's basketball team taking on Virginia Tech.
So is that a tournament that the UMaine women are in to be playing in the morning? Do you know?
I want to
Just
say,
an interesting time. It's something like that.
Yeah.
And the men playing at night against Virginia Tech from the ACC.
Could be, because I think they're playing a couple days later, too. So, all right, this next goal, obviously very important in this one. 2-2 tie in this match between number 6 EL and number 3 Brewer. Brewer playing here at Doyle Field under the lights. Just could not take advantage of the yellow card and the man advantage.
They have done a pretty good job. I mean, if you truly believe the wind is a factor, they've done a pretty good job here in the second half of maintaining, if not controlling, most of the possession, and a lot of it down in their offensive end.
Closing in on the halfway mark here in half number 2. Here's Gilpatrick up ahead. Bridges, the freshman, trying to chase that one down. He turned it on but couldn't get to that one before it goes out of bounds.
It's a good idea, though, by the Witches there to use those corners to their advantage, spread the field out once they get the ball.
There's a Dow. He's dangerous. And back to defend there is Joshua Hoare, the junior.
Yeah, I think they're going to call. I think they blew the whistle before the ball went out of bounds. And Little's going to get a restart from over there on the left wing at about the 20-yard line, so 30 yards out. I believe that's Thompson.
Jack Thompson?
I'm not sure that's natural blonde hair either.
You're not buying that?
No.
Oh, there's a rocket in on goal, but right at Venenestein. Fields it cleanly. You want to try that?
Yeah.
Nice look for you.
Try Blaze Orange. When I go walking up my neck of the woods, I'm a little bit safer. I could do that, yeah.
Wood. Here's Smith. Colby. Backs it out. Lord, a fellow captain. Moved it ahead now. The Witches Send it back and try to set something up here. Wood gets it ahead to Bridges. Bridges. Nice ball there for McKinney, another freshman. He goes tumbling down. Bridges with a lot of young players out there right now. McKinney, freshman. Bridges a freshman. Wood a sophomore.
Hodgins a sophomore, I believe, as well.
You're right. No, he's a junior.
Okay.
It's 2020 already. The loss.
I missed last year. It really has been confusing to me because you just start to get to know some of these kids, and then you have a year off, and you forget they actually continue to go to school at the same time because they were playing indoors or flag football or whatever they were doing.
Unlike college, the high school players didn't get an extra year of eligibility.
No.
We'll bring some clarity to that Brewer roster here in just a second. Thompson is down, and the whistle.
I think it's called a dangerous play for continuing to play once he was down.
Reardon will set things in motion. And that one headed down by a call. Now Reardon gets it back, though, for Brewer. Wood sends it across. This is Lord. Lord lets it pass. Now tries to send it forward. And that's going to go off Brewer. Let's take a look at the Brewer roster right here, Ernie.
There you go. Grady Bernstein, the goalkeeper. And then they go pretty deep with the rest of the, especially in the midfield, which makes sense because they're running back and forth for much of the match. But as we said, there's good numbers in the program right now overall, and that's a great sign not only for this year and last year when they also had 2 years ago when they also had a very good season, but looking ahead to the future as well. Keep those numbers up.
Take a look at the EL roster here in just a second. And that one's sent over the crossbar. So Banana Stein will let things clear out. Let's take a look at the EL roster while we have a chance.
I think I counted 6 seniors altogether, 4, 5, just 6 seniors on that team, so that's a fairly young team. A lot of these people will be back. Adow is just a junior. Number 8. Now, see, this is that roster without, it's alphabetical and not numerical. Jack Thompson was the other player I was looking for. He's also a junior. And I believe St. Laurent is a junior as well. The goalie, Eli St. Laurent, just a sophomore. So they've got some young players in some pretty pivotal positions as well. So they should be right back in the postseason picture again next year.
Reardon hooks that one in. St. Laurent well outside the net, makes that play. He punts it with the wind at his back. Oh, headed down by Lord. Gives me a headache.
Yeah.
Well, things are going to get more tense by the moment here as the clock continues to tick. As we close in on the 17-minute mark in this 2-2 game. The winner heads to the semifinals against Camden Hills. On the other side of the bracket, it is Brunswick and Lewiston.
It's going to get more intense, but it's because the game is tied as opposed to a team having a goal advantage. You're not going to see one of the teams move another guy up to offense or move another guy back to defense to try to protect either the lead or cut into the deficit. So it'll be interesting that way, and you wonder how many chances people will want to take knowing that if something goes wrong, the other team's going the other way. So it'll be interesting to see how this evolves as long as it's a tie game.
Bridges didn't get all of that one. Oh, this is a dangerous play.
Oh.
And was that a Dow? Ooh. Wow.
It's 10 that sent him in from about the 35-yard line. You see this replay from the 30-yard line and then racing in.
Ooh.
Didn't get a number on that.
That was a Dow.
It was a Dow.
Yep.
He's just so dangerous. I mean, he almost had a hat trick in the first half and certainly had an opportunity there.
whip on this chilly night. No goals in this second half. All the scoring in half number 1. Yale took a 1-0 lead. Brewer responded. Yale got their lead back. Brewer responded again, but here in the second half, got a lid on things. Saunders slides down. Yale takes it away. Dow always a threat. Has it. Across the way. Gets it back to Cowell. Dow working against a couple of witches.
He will put the ball out in front of him, and because he knows where it's going, he can beat the defender to it. See, they called a handball there, I believe, against the witches. And so a free kick for Edward Little. That's Caleb Albert,
junior defender.
I wrote down as many of the first names on this this not perfect roster as I could before the game started.
One driven in, and the Witches finally get control of it. Kenny. Here's Garcia. Garcia up ahead to Cade McKinney. He pushes it up the far sideline for Red Eddie's back, and it's sent to midfield. Saunders drops it back to Lord. Lord careens it to this side of the field. And Reardon just using his body there to fend off Owen Vincent, junior forward. Thompson into the corner. Dow trying to get there. Ahead of Lord. Up, and it's going to go across the end line. Off of EL. Now we're under 14 minutes.
Of course, in a regular season game, you get to in the regulation play 2 5s potentially with a golden goal ending the match. So you could 2 5, so you can switch sides of the field. Here, I think you could probably go on a little while longer before perhaps penalty kicks. Haven't seen a game that's gone that far in a while, so I don't remember the rule.
Ben Cole, a freshman out there for EL right now. And that one.
Called it out of bounds.
High school soccer on Ticket TV, brought to you by Mainly Eyes, located in the Bangor Mall. Mainly Eyes, you'll see the difference. .45 on the clock.
Substitution for the Red Eddies. That's the delay there before the throw in.
Thompson. His foot briefly. Now the Witches try to turn it in the other direction. EL having nothing of that, at least momentarily. Hodgins. Nice ball ahead there to Carr. Carr has one of the Brewer goals. Off a corner kick, and Hodgins just one step away there. Being in a great position to set something up in front. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you by Tim Bush and the Bush Group. Real estate agents with next home experience. They can help you with all of your real estate needs, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. Again, Tim Bush and the Bush Group, big supporters of local high school sports, and they wish all the teams the best of luck here in the postseason. All right, 11 and a half minutes left. Reardon's been busy with the throw-ins here in this second half. Now, getting to the time, Ernie, in this tie game where, he's start thinking about some type of fluke goal or something, you know?
Fluke goal or a big play. One big play is going to make all the difference here as we get down the stretch.
Smith up ahead to Schneider. Josh dribbles it forward. There's nobody home there on the backside for the Witches, and it's scooped up by St. Laurent. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Herman Motor Company. Herman Motor Company has something for everyone. Great lineup of used vehicles to go along with their tremendous service department. Herman Motor Company located at 2512 US Route 2 in Herman. This one's taken away by Jack Thompson. Trying to get it up to a call, but which is right there. Here's Hodgins skipping past an EL player. Gilpatrick, middle of the field, and he gets it past that back line. Schneider chasing it down, gets a shot off, but it's right at St. Laurent. He had a nice angle there, Ernie.
Yeah, that was a great ball by Gilpatrick, I believe, in the middle of the field, just to lead Schneider and get the ball beyond a defender. One dribble, and then quick shot, but St. Laurent read that play perfectly and made the save.
Good effort there by Brewer, but they are denied.
It's one of their better chances of the half.
Yeah. Ooh, Gilpatrick careened into number 9 there, sophomore Shukri Hassan, who went tumbling to the earth. Lord for Brewer. Tried to chase it down. That one sent up into the bleachers across the way. Looks like Simon Hall is finally going to return to the field. So he checks in.
He had about 28 minutes of rest.
Actually, it's Josh Levine, number
okay.
18.
18, yeah, it is 18. Same blonde, pseudo-blonde hairstyle.
Hodgins. Ooh. It's Brady Saunders. Teams playing hard, trying to get that break. Make the difference here in this second half. Lord, good position there. And what do we got here?
We got Cassidy offsides, I believe.
Okay.
Should be Brewer's kick from about the 30. Pretty close call there, but those football lines help the officials on calling those offsides calls, because it eliminates a lot of the approximations.
Right. .7:20 left. These teams searching for that first goal here in the second half in this 2-2 match. McKinney and Thompson goes down. Jack Thompson helped to his feet. High school soccer on Ticket TV is brought to you in part by Bombshell Beauty and Spa, located in the Hannaford Plaza in Brewer. New location for Bombshell Beauty and Spa, just 3 doors down from their old location. Oh, dangerous there in front, sliding out. Coming up with it cleanly is Venenestein.
Yeah, just enough traffic to make that dangerous, particularly with a Dow there. If the ball isn't handled perfectly and there's any sort of rebound, he's right there to do some damage.
Patrick up to Carr. He collects it, steaming down the right sideline. EL getting back. Carr gets a shot off, but or at least across there, trying to get it in front, and no Witch there to get the shot off. And it's going to be a throw in here. Wind picks up once again. Thompson reverses direction. Gets it back. Now up ahead, it goes to Levine. Thompson again. Just this. I guess that was Levine. Certainly Jack Thompson is the son of the coach. And this one gets away, and McKinney in, and he misses left. As St. Laurent ended up colliding with his teammate here.
Yeah, number 10 for every little overran the play defensively. That left McKinney to go in alone. Number 17
actually, yeah.
For EL might have tipped that ball just enough. Monday tipped that ball just enough to keep it from going inside the net, and instead it missed the left post as we look at it by about 2 feet. So good defense there by Monday, but certainly a dangerous play there by Brewer, and they're going to be rewarded with at least a corner kick out of this.
Impressed by the freshman Cade McKinney. He's got some good wheels. Went headed deep in the box there. It's going to go wide left. So definitely the best chance here late in this one. Brewer that close. Yeah, McKinney was 17 for Brewer, just getting ready to send that one towards the net.
And all he had to do was aim, and it would have been in. But Monday just got a foot on it from the right side of McKinney to deflect it wide.
3:40 left in this one. Carr. Smith tracks it down. Player down for EL. Kept alive. Actually now into the Brewer bench. Throw in here for the Witches. Oh, nice steal there by Saunders. But EL takes it back. Saunders slides down, blocks that attempted pass. And now out of play. And a throw in here for EL. Again, all the work these players did over the summer and through the regular season, coming down here to the final moments at Doyle Field to see who stays alive in this postseason.
Well, and you think about these teams, they've been waiting 2 years for this opportunity because there was no opportunity for the typical tournament experience last year.
Saunders over to Smith. Smith gets around Levine, and nice play there by
Monday
again. Couple players down over there. Colby Smith for Brewer, and Rowan coming here for the Witches. 2 minutes left in regulation. Throw in front of the net, headed out of there by EL. Here's Thompson rising high in there. He collides with Saunders, and call going against Brewer.
I don't know that you could have anticipated this type of second half at halftime based on how the first half went. Just back and forth, all kinds of opportunities for both teams to score.
And Carr, good rush there, and it's going to be off EL, so he should get a corner here.
Yeah, I didn't see who had a good lead pass from about midfield to find Carr, and he forced the little defense to just salvage or settle for the corner kick. There is
1 minute.
I believe it's Hodgins.
And it's sent in front. Well located, but EL able to clear it out of there. Just checking in on our other game we have going tonight, a girls matchup in Class B between MDI and Old Town.
30 seconds.
Mark Paulette, Adam Leach on the call of that one from Cameron Stadium. Game moved from Victory Field. No score in that one with 8.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Oh, close call there. St. Laurent went high. I don't know if it was going to find its way into the net. Down to the final 5 seconds here. And it looks like we're headed to some extra time here tonight at Doyle Field in Brewer.
That shot there might have went off a hand and off the post a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Left-footed shot toward the far post. You see St. Laurent go up, and it did hit the crossbar, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Straight down. So
was that Ashton Reardon on that?
Reardon or Gilpatrick?
Yeah, I think it was
18 or 19.
Yeah, I think it might have been Reardon.
So we're going to head to overtime. Going to have a 5-minute break here, and we're going to take a break as well. 2-2 the score between the Red Eddies and the Witches. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
At Napa, we keep things moving. When we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits.
At Midcoast Denture Design, we truly understand the importance of offering an affordable treatment plan that always considers your needs first. We create beautiful new full and partial dentures, as well as offering repairs and relines to your current dentures. We want your denture to fit comfortably, be affordable, and most of all, make you happy.
At Midcoast Denture Design, your smile is what matters most. In fact, it's our job to make sure you have a smile you can be proud of at a price you can afford.
Call Midcoast Denture Design,
because everyone deserves to have an awesome smile.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits.
And welcome back to Doyle Field. The Brewer Witches across the way in front of their bench. About 3 minutes left here in this break. Ernie, why don't we recap the scoring here while we have a chance? We'll look at some of the highlights and you can give us the details.
Sure. Here is just over 10 minutes into the game, and a Dow for Edward Little. Just a great shot over the top of Grady Van Enstein into the upper left corner to give EL its first lead of the game, and now it's Jed Gilpatrick kicking the ball into the penalty area. It looked like number 17, Monday, for Edward Little slipped, and the ball ticked in off the back of his right foot. That would tie it up. One apiece, 12 minutes left in the first half here. Good pass from Thompson to number 11, and Kyle. And he could have shot, but passed it to Adow, who one-timed the left footer into the corner of the net. Here's the corner kick by Andrew Hodgins to Braden Carr, and just a perfect play off the restart there. And Carr ties the game up before intermission, and we've been scoreless since then.
So explain what's ahead of us here. Next
we have a 15-minute overtime, and if nobody scores during that, first goal wins, next goal wins. Then we have a 15-minute overtime, and then a 2-minute break, and then we have another 15-minute overtime. And if nobody has scored at the end of those two overtimes, we go to penalty kicks.
All right. We are going to take another break here as we are headed to overtime. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
It's always a beautiful day in this neighborhood. The Neighborhood Early Childhood Center in Bangor for kids 6 weeks to 5 years old is where children of all backgrounds and abilities can learn, explore, socialize, and play. It's the next best thing to being home. They even provide 2 snacks daily. If you want your child to flourish, visit theneighborhoodecc.com or call 990-1452. The Neighborhood Early Childhood Center, 333 Hammond Street, Bangor.
There's no place like home except the neighborhood.
We want your business.
Need work done on your car, truck, or SUV? Twin City Tire does all kinds of mechanical repair. We're a team of local professionals who know how to get it right the first time. We offer loaner cars and free shuttle service. Hang out in our comfortable waiting area where there's free Wi-Fi. At Twin City Tire, we may fix cars and trucks, but our real business is helping people get back on the road. Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Come to Twin City Tire. Remember,
we want your business.
The day begins in darkness. Time does not define me. It drives me to keep roads, schools, and storefronts open, making sure our town is open by daybreak and our livelihoods are open for business.
It's your boss. Find it at Quirk.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast. Because when it comes to serving you, our motor never quits.
Back at Doyle Fields as we are getting set for overtime. 15 minutes on the clock here at Doyle. Fans sticking it out. A lot of the Red Eddie fans have made their way north to catch their boys soccer team take on Brewer here. They've come prepared, as have the Brewer fans off to our right, well populated over there. I had a winter coat in my vehicle, Ernie, for a couple weeks. Needed it a couple weeks ago. Just the other day I decided, no, I'm going to take that out of there and hang it up.
It's not winter yet. Don't need it, certainly.
That's right.
Brewer into the wind here to start the second half, but I thought they played, start the first overtime, but I thought they played well into the wind throughout the second half. Had a couple of good bits there right at the end of regulation play.
Hodgins with an elbow there. Here comes EL. Deep, ridden off there by Ashton Reardon. Reardon will drive it out. And EL player goes down, picking up the ball is Hodgins, sends it ahead. And that's Cade McKinney. Watch him, look at how quick he is. Wow.
He's going to get a whistle out of that one too, just on sheer hustle. Got to the ball first, forced the defender into a push, and now Brewer, barely a minute into this first overtime, is going to get a free kick from the left wing, I would guess probably about 20 yards out.
McKinney has an extra gear.
Boy, he really does. Whew. And that's how you put pressure on a defense right there. You just use your speed whenever you can, and Brewer got a great opportunity here out of it as Hodgins lines up for the free kick.
Another group of young fans over here behind the pine tree that I just noticed. They're into it. Hodgins sends it towards the net, and leaping up to grab that one is St. Laurent.
Good solid shot there, making St. Laurent make the play. Any sort of bobble there, and Brewer's there for the rebound, but St. Laurent came up strong, and made yet another save.
Hodgins much more involved here in the second half. He had that corner kick that resulted in the Carr goal.
One thing that's happened with Brewer in the second half is they weren't able to push as many guys up front as they did with the first half. In the first half, when they had the wind at their back, and so there's more people back to defend against the counterattacks by Edward Little that they capitalized on early in the match.
Throw in by EL, and good job there by Brewer to keep that one out of the box.
Yeah, those are tough plays for teams against Brewer, because Brewer, one thing about Brewer is they've got some pretty good height throughout the lineup, but really on the defensive end as well, and that comes into play on those corners and those short throws into the goal crease.
Colby Smith drops it back to Ben Lord. Lord trying to get it at to Saunders, but picked off by EL. Cassidy pushes it ahead for a Dow. Now Cassidy in the corner. Sends it in front and knocked out of there by Josh Hoare.
PL get the corner kick here. Haven't had a lot of them in this match, but see what they do here. I think that's Campbell over there to kick it.
Campbell with the left-footed kick and sends it beyond the front of the net. And Carr lets it cross the end line. Can't even right now, Ernie.
He brought the defenders in, or actually his teammates into the crease, and then kind of overkicked the play there. And Brewer gets a goal kick and a chance to clear their defensive end.
And that one's out of play. Well, coming up on Friday nights, we are going to have some football. The other kind of football. High school football from Dover Foxcroft Academy. The Bucksport Golden Bucks taking on the Ponies. That is I believe that's a 6
It's a 6 o'clock start.
6 p.m.
Indeed it
kickoff.
is.
Yep. Get caught up in the usual there, but it's a 6 p.m. kickoff. That probably is my fault. I may have put that on some schedule at 7 p.m., but it is a 6 p.m. kickoff. Foxcroft Academy, Oaksfield, looking forward to that one.
That was something they did a lot of in Class D this year, just because there's some long trips involved. That's 9-school statewide division, like Class A is, or Class A has 8, I suppose. But there's some long trips involved. This is actually one of the shorter trips for the northern schools. It's Foxcroft, Bucksport, and John Baptist from up here, and then you've got some teams in the central Maine area, and then teams as far south as down at Freeport and down in the Lewiston area. So there are some long trips, so they get that extra hour to make a trip and get home an hour earlier.
One thing I've added to my checklist is my fairly powerful propane heater.
Ooh, that'll be nice.
Which, if I'd been thinking clearly, would be right here tonight between the three of us here in the booth.
Yeah. You know, the temperature.
I had it here last year a couple times.
Yeah, the temperature's actually not that bad, but it's just the wind. The biting wind. I was told the older you get, the less you like the wind, and I'm finding that to be true. My father told me that. When I asked him why, he was whining about the wind back in the day.
When you get older,
you'll understand.
Right. You'll know what I'm talking about. There's a Dow. Thompson getting in deep. Drops it back. Smith got a piece of that one for Brewer.
22 is down for Edward Little and has been down here for a moment.
That's Cassidy. And that one in on Banana Stein.
Well, I didn't know if they were going to stop, but he got up as the play ended, so now he's down again. Yeah, we stopped the clock with Edward Little in possession, so. He was down for about a minute or so.
Yeah.
And Little applied some offensive pressure, and finally Van Enstein came up with the ball, and only then did he get up. But he's going to have to sit now for a bit. 22 is Campbell, right?
I'm trying to imagine this game with just 2 officials,
which was
something, kind of the norm.
During the regular season, yeah, absolutely. 22 is Campbell Cassidy, not Caleb Campbell. I'm sure everybody was understanding the fact that there was one less set of eyes during the regular season. No complaining whatsoever.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right, 7.5. So halfway through this first overtime period. Thompson. Nice ball there to Adow. Adow, dangerous from all over the place, sends that one towards the net, and diving to his left is Van Enestein. I don't know if it was directly on goal or anything, but darn close off the foot of Adow.
Yeah, close enough so Van Enestein couldn't take a chance. Adow, very adept with both feet. I mean, he's scored with his left foot, and that time there just tried to touch the right foot in, but Van Enestein was right there to make the play. Little physical description of what just happened.
What did I do? Well, I'll show you.
I'm not sure he's going to want to see that on replay, but.
Reardon, nice ball there out in front. Headed out. Hodgins tries to get his foot, and his cleat goes flying in the air.
His shoe almost went in, but not the ball.
Tracking that down. Here's Colby Smith taking it deep in the corner. Now Colby getting it in front, and that's going to be off a EL player, I believe. Now Red Eddies will clear it out of there. Matthew Smith sends it back in and out of play.
Okay, good work by Colby Smith along that end line there to penetrate and give himself a chance to take a shot, but the defense was back for EL.
Into this one. Here's Adow. He's got some room, and can he get the shot off? He does, but it's saved.
I think he thought he had one there. He came up with it. 11 with the feed up the right sideline to Adow, who works around a defender. I said both feet before, so he goes with the left foot there and taps it, and we lose track of Van Enestein just for a moment, but he had, whether he controlled it immediately, I'm not sure, but he had the area covered. So good play by Van Enestein as Dow just continues to create problems anytime he gets the ball on the offensive end with either one or two players on him.
Van Enestein did have a teammate, Matthew Smith, in front of him, but he never lost sight of that ball.
No, he was screened on it a little bit, though, absolutely. And Adow couldn't get a lot on that ball either because he had a defender to his right as he made the kick with the left foot, and that helped as well. Just providing another split second to react to wherever the ball was going.
Adow again, who's surrounding him. Yell drops it back. Thompson, middle of the field. Goes left to Wesley Clements, senior. Oh, that one out in front. Good job there by Smith for Brewer to keep that one away from Adow as he was positioned in front of the net. And now Hodgins pushed off the ball by freshman Ben. Did he say something to the official?
He must have, because the penalty alone wouldn't, the infraction alone wouldn't cause that. But now he's out.
Academy. Ben Cole, the freshman. Over to the EL bench. And what do we got going on here? Well,
we got
Jay Baines is making his notes. Meanwhile, players are good job there by a couple of EL players. Somebody was getting set to get into it with a Brewer player, but they were pulled away. Emotions running high here, Ernie.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a playoffs. There's a lot at stake here. But that's part of it, is controlling your emotions in these situations.
It's been that way since late in the first half. Two very equal teams going at it here tonight at Doyle Field. One of them's going to be playing Camden Hills. You were saying, Ernie, with the weather this weekend, they may move that semifinal up to Friday.
It's possible. It's possible you'll have some games moved to Friday. Although there are other games, I think, already scheduled for Friday. I believe it's semifinals and also semifinals in classes C and D, maybe Friday as well. With the regional championship games on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
EL player down. That is Thompson. He's trying to get to his feet. He is hobbled. Looks like he's reaching for his hamstring, his right hamstring. And we're going to stop the clock here with 2:40. See if Thompson can stay on the field. Looks like he's feeling a little bit better.
I'm almost surprised you can stay on the field if they stop the clock, because that could be a tactic.
Right.
I'm not saying it wasn't that case, but.
Oh, nice throw in there out in front, but headed out of there by EL. Just trying to keep the pressure on in the offensive end. But on a play far side, Ben Lord getting set for another throw in here for Brewer. 2:20 left. Here's McKinney back in. It's a bad move by Ben Poland.
He's
very active up front.
Yeah, source of energy late in this game.
Carr. And goes out of play off of EL. And to the Monday. So throw in from Brewer. A lot of jostling in front of the net. And here's Carr turning and putting one on net, and I think it was another EL player behind the keeper, St. Laurent, who kept that one from going in.
Yeah, nice idea by Carr there, just to kick the ball into the masses and see where it went, and looked like St. Laurent a little bit confused by where the ball was going, and may have gotten a little help there.
One minute.
1 minute left. Here comes to Hodgins. Andrew sends it towards the goal, but St. Laurent pulls that one down. Players retreating in the opposite direction.
30 seconds.
Smith, here's Lord. See, frantically chase that one down. Well, there's a Dow, and nice play there by Josh Hoare. Keep it away from him. Keeps it in play.
10, 9, 8,
And
7,
just clear it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And this one sent in, but that is going to end the first overtime period. No scoring in the second half, no scoring in the 15 minutes of that first overtime period. So we will play another, this time just a 2-minute break. We'll take a timeout. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
The Dream First Community Debit Card. When you shop local, use your Dream First Community Debit Card and we'll donate to a local food bank. You'll be supporting the businesses that help make our communities the beautiful and unique places we call home, while also helping end food insecurity right here where we live. When you shop local, we give local. That's simple. The Dream First Community Debit Card, only from the First National Bank. Learn more at dreamfirstcommunity.com.
Have you heard? People are raving about Bombshell Beauty and Spa in Brewer. Open Monday through Saturday and by appointment on Sunday. Let their talented team of 12 spoil you with all your favorite services, including lash extension, tinting, and lamination, as well as microblading, massage therapy, and body scrubs. They even have their own in-house licensed nurse who specializes in Botox, filler, medifacials, skin peels, and their famous lip flip. Bombshell Beauty and Spa. Come check out their new location, 3 doors down from their old location. Call to book 989-6139.
Whether you want to get back to work, back to sports, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help you achieve your goals. With a new location in Bangor, County Physical Therapy brings a 30-year history of high performance, outcome-based rehab to the Great Skates Plaza at 82 Sylvan Road. And with priority scheduling, you get seen in days, not weeks. Remember, it's your choice. Make the best choice. County Physical Therapy, now in Bangor. Call them today at 401-4324 or visit them online at countypt.com.
Welcome back to high school soccer here on Ticket TV, live from Doyle Field. We are going to head to a second overtime period. It was 2-2 at the half. No scoring in half number 2. No scoring in the 15-minute first overtime period, and now a second overtime period here, Ernie, and we're going to put the weight of the world on your shoulders here. We need the keys to the game here as we head into this second overtime period.
Well, I mean, I suppose potentially we might go back to the way play was in the first half with Brewer. With the wind at its back at this point, it seemed like both teams had a lot more chances. Brewer on the attack and Edward Little on the counterattack, although they have played now for the last 55 minutes, and it's been a much different game than it was in the first half, much more of a controlled game with fewer opportunities, although still some opportunities. And Brewer has to be wary of the counterattack, certainly, and they can't get caught up too deep in the offensive end when they have a threat. And as far as Edward Little goes, you know, they're gonna look to attack with a Dow. I mean, he's absolutely a weapon, so they're going to try to get him the ball whenever they can in the scoring position.
Keys to the game brought to you by Tim Bush and the Bush Group, real estate agents with next home experience. Whether it's buying, selling, or investing, Tim Bush and the Bush Group are there to help you meet all of your real estate goals. Tim Bush and the Bush Group with next home experience. All right, underway in the second overtime period. Our other game on Ticket TV, no score at the half. Number 10 MDI and number 2 Old Town Girls going at it at Cameron Stadium. Double up here on Ticket TV tonight.
Those teams are probably fairly familiar with each other. I'm guessing there's a pretty good chance they played a time or two during the regular season. Scott, Valley Conference rivals.
Yep. So the Riches with the wind at their back. Saunders is going to go out of play. Throw in here by EL. Four back, and it's going to be off Josh. The man to watch, as Ernie mentioned, number 7 in white. Has 2 goals for EL. Send it to the near side here. It's a call.
Ooh. That ball almost went off a Brewer defender there. He tried to, I think, center it as much as shoot it, and it was a charging Brewer player there who the ball went off his foot and just wide of that left post.
So corner here for EL, and Banana Stein seizing the moment there. Grab that one before EL could do any damage.
Which is dodge one there. Now they'll try to set their offense and get it going.
EL control. Dow sends it forward to Akal. Akal working against Ben Lord. Rolls it in. Scooped up by Banana Stein. Got two sophomore keepers going at it in this one. Banana Stein for Brewer. St. Laurent for Edward Little. So if we remain at 2-2 at the end of this period, Ernie, it's very interesting.
Yes. To the penalty kick phase.
Kyle gets it to it down. Now Kyle gets it back. Oh, in front. That was Cassidy. And a save here by Banana Stein as the pressure being applied by EL. We were looking for a little break here from that pressure. They can't clear it. Now here's Carr, full head of steam. McKinney, look at him go as he almost got to that one. Did force the ball out of play there.
Takes some pressure off the Brewer defense, which was feeling it there for a minute or two. Kyle, his nature is not to shoot the ball though, because that's another time when he had his own shot there from the left of the goal, but opted to pass to the middle instead.
Yeah, that last pass to Cassidy just a little bit behind him. Didn't want to get a shot off. Lord throws it into the corner, and that one pushed out of play by Akal. Smith's going to give way to Reardon. He's been Mr. Throw-In for the Witches here. And sends it in front, and Thompson able to clear it out of there. Lord is back, Hoare is back, and it's going to be off EL and a Dow. Lord and Smith. Back to Lord. Here's Carr bodying that one. McKinney can't get to it, and it's driven out of there by EL. Smith, Matthew Smith, heading it forward. Patrick drops it back for Smith. Hodgins. Saunders in the middle of the field. At the point now it's Carr. And he sends it in on net. And the save there by St. Laurent.
Nice bid there.
Yeah.
Kind of didn't look like anything special as it was being set up, but dangerous shot toward that upper right corner that St. Laurent was able to control.
Almost halfway through this second overtime period. What was the last goal? What was the time of the goal there by Carr?
I think it was 7 minutes left in the first half, so we've gone 7 and 15 is 22, 62 and almost 70 minutes of play without a goal.
Dow went down. Here's Akal. And again, nice cross there, but Thompson went sliding down, couldn't get to it. Now this one heads in the Brewer direction. Carr ahead to McKinney. Oh, couldn't quite get to that. St. Laurent out to make a nice play there.
Yeah, almost too many players there for St. Laurent's good. As all of a sudden there was a meeting at the edge of the penalty area, but he was able to maintain his concentration and come up with a ball.
We've done some Brewer games this year. I don't remember Cade McKinney playing this much. Again, just a freshman, but he has been impressive here tonight. He's out there now for the Witches. Carr keeps that one in.
Looks like he started the season on the JV squad. He's listed on both varsity and JV rosters here, but he certainly has
he's the fastest player on the team.
moved up the corporate ladder here during the course of the fall.
We're driven up into the seats.
Yeah, you can't keep it. You got to give it back.
Hold on to it. You never know. You might get some free tickets or
get some
signed
swag.
jerseys.
Guy made out pretty well.
Yeah.
Got season tickets.
Should have held on. Could have negotiated a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is worth $500,000. They say that 600th touchdown pass of Tom Brady.
Dow goes across the way, and Cassidy down. EL wanted a call there.
I think they're going to get it. No, maybe not. No. I thought the referee put his hand up, but substitute coming in. That's the reason for the stoppage there.
Yeah, that's the freshman Ben Cole who
was sitting out for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Cool and brisk night. There's a shot over the crossbar. Brewer defense let down just a little bit there. That ball got through them.
Yeah, long throw in. Thompson
looking around, and
Thompson couldn't get ahead on it. It went through to number 11, and that was
finally did shoot.
He did. He did finally shoot. That's where he shoots from, the middle of the penalty area.
A foot or two over the crossbar. So, Witches play on. There's Hodgins. Hodgins gets around one defender. Gets a shot off here, but it's well wide of the net. Five and a half minutes left to go here in the second overtime. This game about 2 hours and 18 minutes old. Hodgins goes down, and the Witches get a kick here. Ashton Reardon beyond the 30-yard line. In front, and ball is loose, still loose, and finally knocked out of there by EL. And
the corner, it looked like Gilpatrick with the bicycle attempt there.
Yes.
And was able to get some contact on it, and it knocked off an EL player, and so now a corner kick for the Witches. It's Hodgins over there to the right corner.
He had some success from the other side in that first half.
A little warning for I think Colby Smith maybe with a push there as he's trying to get position for the corner kick.
Oh, that one goes beyond the left side of the net.
I couldn't see who was over there on the far side, but
got Another corner here for Brewer. Yeah, this is where Hodgins worked his magic. The Carr with the header that tied the game at 2. Half a night ago. Here it comes again, curls it in front, and that is off! Colby Smith into the net! And the Witches win this one in double overtime! Another perfectly placed corner kick from Andrew Hodgins. Colby Smith with a game winner, and the Witches advance to the semifinals.
Well, that's a second goal on that type of play. You credit the kick, the accuracy of the kick by Andrew Hodgins, and like Braden Carr earlier, this time it's Colby Smith to the far post. You're going to see the replay here. There's Hodgins with a kick. A lot of action at the near post, but there's Colby Smith in the center of the crease, heading that ball in, and the Witches move on.
And now, a little extra stuff here. The officials trying to get some of the players back to the sideline, but jubilation certainly.
Oh boy,
for the Brewer Witches. And again, Andrew Hodgins in that far corner with the corner kick, and perfectly placed again.
And really put it to just about the same spot on both kicks. That time it was Colby Smith there with a header, just as Braden Carr did for the equalizer at the end of the first half. Just a great game.
Indeed. So the Witches will move on. They'll take on Camden Hills in the semifinals. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap this one up. The final in double overtime. The Brewer Witches 3, the Edward Little Red Eddies 2. This is high school soccer on Ticket TV.
The better a product is made, the longer it will last. That's why buying a high-quality, low-mileage Toyota is a smart move. At Downey's Toyota, we're now a Toyota certified used vehicle dealer. This tag gives you peace of mind with Toyota warranties, 1 year of roadside assistance, a Carfax history report, and a detailed 160-point inspection. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates on Toyota certified used vehicles from Toyota Financial Services. All roads lead to Down East, where the best new cars make the best used cars.
Nothing runs like it here.
Whether you have a lawn to mow, a driveway to plow, or a garden to till, our customers know you can't beat the quality and reliability of a John Deere.
And right now at Greenway Equipment Sales, we have a great offer for you.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 72 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
In the blink of an eye, dress up becomes curtain call. We don't want you to miss a thing. For personal professional service and a selection of styles like no other, bring your prescription to Mainly Eyes. Inside Bangor Mall, you'll see the difference at Mainly Eyes.
We are back here at Doyle Field, and you see Colby Smith, number 4, there in the foreground. He had the game winner in this one tonight as the Brewer Witches. They got the equalizer at about the 7-minute mark in the first half on a very similar play. Braden Carr with the game winner there. You see some of the jubilation there after the game as the Witches fans in the stands and on the field. Very excited with how this one ended here in double overtime. And let's take a look at the scoring in this game. First 4 goals in this match tonight happening in the first half. And there's number 7, a Dow from about 30 yards out over the leaping Grady Van Enestein to make it 1-0 Edward Little. And then this one, I believe, glanced off the foot of an EL player into the goal, but it tied it up for Brewer at 1 apiece. Here's a Kyle with a nice feed in front, and the touch there by a Dow made it 2-1 EL. And here is the corner kick from Hodgins for the final goal in the first half. Again, almost the exact same position, but this time it was Carr heading it into the net to make it 2-2, a scoreless second half, a scoreless first overtime. And then here's Hodgins again working his magic, and you see number 4, Colby Smith, going up, getting a piece of that one into the net. EL could not keep it outside the net, and the Witches prevail in double overtime. So they will advance to play Camden Hills in the semifinals, and that game scheduled for Saturday right now. There is some inclement weather scheduled for Saturday as well. So we'll see when they actually are able to play that game against the Windjammers, but that should be a great one as well. And on the other side of the bracket, it will be Brunswick taking on Lewiston. All right, well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. I want to thank our crew tonight. We got 2 crews working tonight, so a little slim, but doing a great job on camera. Marcus Caesar, technical supervisor and director Max Pottle, and thanks to Ernie Clark, my broadcast partner here tonight as well. And you can go from this game to the other game we have on Ticket TV tonight at 929theticket.com and on your ticket app. That is Old Town Girls taking on MDI Girls, and its last word, that game was 0-0 in the second half. All right, thanks to all of you for tuning in here on Ticket TV. A great soccer match here tonight. The Witches prevail 3-2. This has been high school soccer on Ticket TV.
At Napa, we keep things moving. When we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits.
At Midcoast Center Design, we truly understand the importance of offering an affordable treatment plan that always considers your needs first. We create beautiful new full and partial dentures, as well as offering repairs and relines to your current dentures. We want your denture to fit comfortably, be affordable, and most of all, make you happy.
At Midcoast Denture Design, your smile is what matters most. In fact, it's our job to make sure you have a smile you can be proud of at a price you can afford.
Call Midcoast Denture Design,
because everyone deserves to have an awesome
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never